What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So yesterday we did a rebuild where we made the 76ers worst nightmare come true, where James Harden leaves them in free agency, which leads to Joel Embiid requesting a trade. So if you've not seen that video, this is kind of part 2 of this video, or of that video, I guess. So today we are going to be doing the reverse side of that trade, where Joel Embiid lands on the Portland Trailblazers, leading to one of the most interesting duos in the NBA if this were to happen. So let's go ahead and jump in and do this Joel Embiid Portland Trailblazers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. If you want context on why we're even doing this video, I kind of described at the very beginning of yesterday's video where I did a whole, the 76ers thing where James Harden leaves and Joel Embiid is just kind of stuck with no help. So he requests a trade. Portland pulls the trigger on trading like Simons and Sharp. Let me just recap you if you didn't see yesterday's trade. So this is the trade that I did yesterday. I did the exact same one today. So you got Simons and Sharp and then 4 first-round picks going to the 76ers for Joel Embiid. And then the Mavericks are taking Nurkic, and then the Blazers or the 76ers are taking Davis Bertans' contract. The reason for that is because Nurkic, I would say most people around the league would probably look at that as a negative contract, where Bertans has like an early out on his contract. So basically the 76ers aren't going to take on Nurkic's salary. The Mavericks are fine with taking on Nurkic. So yeah, Joel Embiid is a Portland Trailblazer now, and now we have a very interesting duo here in the West with Joel Embiid and Damian Lillard. So the Blazers right now are not taken seriously whatsoever. This man is having the best season of his career, but this team refuses to do anything to help him out. In fact, they've honestly made moves to go backwards instead of going forward, which I don't fully understand, but there's a lot of reasoning behind that I could explain. I could go all day on theories on why I think Portland is doing this, but that would just take forever. It's mostly to do with ownership, and then just, I don't know, man. It's a mess. But regardless, today we're going to ignore all that, and we're going to have Joel Embiid on the Portland Trailblazers with Damian Lillard. So, also got Jeff Howard in the draft. We also got Derek Lively in the draft as well with the Knicks pick, and we got Jeff Howard with our own pick. So, Nasir Little still here, Trendon Watford, Keon Johnson, Kevin Knox, Jabari Walker, Derek Lively. So right now we got to fill out the rest of the roster. Now that we have Joel Embiid, we've traded away Shaedon Sharp and Anthony Simons. We're going for it and trying to get a championship with Damian Lillard here. So the biggest first step to this free agency is going to be re-signing Jeremy Grant. You also have Matisse Thybulle and Cameron Reddish as free agents. Ryan Arcidiacono, that's not going to matter. Then Drew Eubanks. So I'm 100% re-signing Jeremy Grant. I do think Jeremy Grant's contract this offseason is going to be similar to what Tobias Harris got. And it's going to look like the Portland can't afford to lose him, but down the line, you're going to look back at it and be like, okay, that contract really sucks. That's what I'm feeling like is going to happen with Jeremy Grant, because he started off the season really hot and he's kind of been meh lately. I mean, he's still been fine, but I think he's going to get close to 30 million per year. And a lot of people are going to look at that and be like, that is a terrible contract later on, but Portland can't afford to lose him. So they really have to pay him. I actually do want to bring Matisse Thybulle back and probably Cam Reddish at this point. I mean, we got to bring them back. So I'm going to re-sign Jeremy Grant, and then we got that done, and now I can just re-sign Matisse Thybulle and Cameron Reddish. So I'm going to give Matisse Thybulle a 3-year deal, and I'm going to do kind of the similar thing. Maybe like we'll go something like that with Cameron Reddish. So they'll get like similar type contracts. Drew Eubanks, I actually really don't like him at a backup center whatsoever in real life. A lot of people think he's super good, but if you really watch Portland, you kind of understand why people feel the way they do about not liking him as much as a backup center. But he's a 77 overall in 2K, so I'm going to go ahead and re-sign him, and we have a decent contract there. So we have some salaries around Dame that we could trade away later on. So right now, this is going to be a rotation. This is Damian Lillard. No starting shooting guard at the moment, so we definitely need to find a starting shooting guard. We have Jeff Howard, Matisse Thybulle. Honestly, one of these guys is probably going to have to start the 2. You're going to have Jeremy Grant, Nasir Little at your 4 spot, and Kevin Knox, Jabari Walker here. And then you got Eubanks, Watford, Joel Embiid. I actually don't really want to have Watford playing center anymore, which is another thing Portland is doing. Instead of getting another center behind Eubanks, they're playing Watford at center, and Watford is not a backup center. He's just not. He's not that. So I'm going to move Little to small forward, I think. That way he'll be the 3. And then we'll have probably Thybulle and Reddish maybe Thybulle and Reddish move to the 2 potentially. And then Jeff Howard's going to have to hopefully develop at that 3 spot. And I do want to bring in maybe another body here at the shooting guard spot if there's a good option. Have like Jalen Noel or Victor Oladipo or even Malik Beasley, which actually wouldn't be too bad of a signing. So I'm going to sign Malik Beasley. He'd be the perfect floor spacer, so we'll bring him in. And we'll kind of roll with that. So that's going to be kind of our offseason. That's going to be the first step of this offseason. I feel pretty decent about what we were able to accomplish. This team is not close. Well, I mean, with Dame and Joel Embiid leading the way, we might be able to contend immediately. But we'll just kind of see how it goes. Reddish is up, Keon is up, so we definitely have ammunition for like another trade down the line. Maybe not like for an Embiid type caliber player, but like a third star that can just kind of complement these two guys. I think that's eventually where we'll get to, but we're just going to see how the season goes, maybe up until the trade deadline. Unless if things are just going super well, then I probably won't make any changes at the deadline. I'll wait till the off season. So let's see what we're looking at when we go into next season at our rotation. So power rank is going to land us number 5, and this is what we're rolling with. So got Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley, Matisse Thybulle, Jeremy Grant, Joel Embiid, Trendon Watford, Jeff Howard, Drew Eubanks, and Cameron Reddish. And this year, Little will be the last guy getting minutes in a 10-man rotation. So like I said, the next step will probably be getting a really good shooting guard or small forward. That's probably gonna be like the next thing we need to do is find a wing player. So we're gonna have Grant, Embiid, and Damian Lillard on the team as starters going forward. Jeff Howard could probably develop in that small forward for us, so I could probably leave him there. We probably just need to find like an elite starting shooting guard. So I'm going to assimilate to the end of this season. Like I said, if things aren't going too well and maybe you need to make a move at the deadline, I'll do that, but we'll see what happens. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number and you're going to choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options. So this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. Prize Picks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. At the end of the season, Joel Embiid comes over and wins MVP. It looks like Damian Lillard finally is playing with another all-star since LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, obviously, it's just this 2K fantasy land, but 28 and 11, 4 assists, amazing efficiency. Victor Wembanyama on the Jazz, Rookie of the Year. Malcolm Brogdon, 6-man, Giannis Offensive Player. Maxi's your most improved, which makes sense now that Harden and Joel Embiid are gone. I made James Harden sign with the Rockets, by the way. So it's kind of literally the same setup as yesterday. We're just doing the Portland side of things. And then Chauncey Billups wins Coach of the Year, 66 and 16. Honestly, I'm honestly out on Chauncey Billups as a head coach. I think he's absolutely terrible. I think he's a terrible head coach, but we left him, I guess, as a head coach for now because I really don't think he'll be fired anyway. So yeah, we're kind of just stuck with him. So Luka, Trae Young, LeBron, Giannis, Embiid. So Embiid doesn't make an All-NBA first team. Do we get Dame making an All-NBA team? We do. So Dame still very good. So 28 points behind Joel Embiid, which is awesome. So first seed in the Western Conference. I decided not to make any changes. As you saw, we went 66 and 16. So things went super well with Damian Lillard and Joel Embiid leading the pack. So I also had Jeremy Grant with 16. Pretty solid numbers. 11 from Malik Beasley, 10.5 from Reddish, and then 10 from Trendon Watford. So overall, not too bad. Even Jeff Howard, 8 points in his rookie campaign. So love to see that. Did he shot 40% from 3 as well? So yeah, like I said, I think this man is going to develop into the small forward for us, which I'm very, very excited about. So hopefully we can come out here and win a championship in year number 1. How exciting would that be? We do get the Grizzlies in round 1. Malik Beasley, how is he doing this year? I wasn't even paying attention. 11 on 43% shooting, which honestly is amazing as well. Somebody current round against Memphis. Can we beat them? And we do. We beat them in 5. Also, Matisse Thybulle in real life, since he's coming to Portland, is shooting like 50% from 3. I understand it's a small sample size, but it is nice to see Matisse Thybulle's shot go down quite a bit for Portland so far. They even give him an A- 3-point shot in 2K, but he does look like he took a single 3 this year, or he missed all of his attempts. But yeah, so let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Los Angeles Lakers. They have Sasser, Reeves, LeBron, Vanderbilt, AD, Mo Bamba. So kind of an interesting rotation. They no longer have D'Angelo Russell. Let's somebody come around against the Lakers, and we are going to beat them in 7. That was a close one, but we do get out of round 2, and now we get the Clippers, who actually got D'Angelo Russell. So I guess the Clippers just keep taking former Lakers point guards. No longer have Russell Westbrook either. Somebody in game 1 up 1-0. Even it up. Can we go up 2-1? Yes, we can. 3-1? Yes, we can. And can we beat them in 5? Yes, we can. And now we're in the finals, and Joel Embiid gets to play a familiar foe, the Celtics. He's faced them plenty of times in his career, so maybe with Dame by his side, maybe they can finally take down the Celtics. Game 1, down 1-0. We do even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Game 4, 3-1, and we're going to lose to the Celtics in 5 games. We got Dame to his first finals and Joel Embiid to his first conference finals and finals appearance, but unfortunately, we came up short. So like I mentioned, I think the next move is to maybe find an elite shooting guard, or just like a really good starting shooting guard. We don't have to necessarily get an elite one. We don't want to put that much pressure on us, but if we can get like somebody really good here in Portland, I think that's kind of the next step to the process. No pun intended with Joel Embiid's process. 76ers. Spurs get 1 and 2, and then our pick is going to go to Chicago Bulls finally, so that pick finally conveyed. The Rockets get the 3rd overall pick via the Brooklyn Nets, which that is unfortunate. But yeah, I think the next step is finding a shooting guard. So Chauncey Billups, like I said, I don't like him in real life, but we just made it to the finals, so I don't think I can really just fire him right now. So let's go ahead and figure out what we can do, and let's see if we can get a shooting guard this offseason. I guess 2K has Mikal Bridges listed at shooting guard, just averaged 13 points per game on 45% shooting from 3, 46% if you round up. I mean, that is my dream target, in my opinion. Mikal Bridges, 85 overall shooting guard. He would fit perfectly next to Damian Lillard in the backcourt. Honestly, think I have to try to pull this off if I can. Now, I do understand his value in real life is going to be like crazy. I might have to wait till like Keon Johnson's back on his rookie contract, because it's going to be really hard to pull this off, maybe without some young pieces in this trade, but I'm going to try anyway. So Malik Beasley is going to start off the trade. We're going to be $12 million off. That's probably going to have to include Cam Reddish's contract. And then let's go with, I guess it'd be Nasir Little or maybe Derek Lively down here. So Malik Beasley, Cam Reddish, Derek Lively. I don't even know if that gets the conversation started. And then we only have one more first round pick we can trade away. And they agree. Okay, so just like that, we got Mikal Bridges on the Portland Trailblazers. So yeah, I kind of like where we're at now. So Dame and Mikal in the backcourt. That's actually kind of the best shooting guard Dame has had. That would fit perfectly next to him, in my opinion, where you have a defending type shooting guard and a guy that can just catch and shoot. So I love that for us. So now we got Mikal Bridges. I can go straight to team and player options, and we got Trina Watford, Keon Johnson, and Jabari Walker all back. Qualifying offers, none. And then free agency. Let's see what we got going on here. So do we have any free agents? Kevin Knox, not really worried about him, obviously. Jose Alvarado is a free agent. There is a bench player we could sign, so let's see what we got here. So Keon Johnson is our backup point guard right now, and then you got Marco Jackson probably in the second round. We need a backup guard, it looks like. So Thibault, Nasir Little, Jeff Howard, Jeremy Grant, Trina Watford, and you got Drew Eubanks, Joel Embiid. Again, I'm not a big fan of Eubanks, but his overall in 2K can't be ignored. So Chet Metu, we got Harrell. So it sounds like Metu to be our backup shooting guard, or Noel, Jock Landale, Winning Gabriel. I'm going to go ahead and give Metu a deal, and then that will make it to where I can trade Eubanks and maybe like Nasir Little together for like a really good backup guard. I think that's what I want to do now. We could sign like McConnell, I guess, but that's not really what I'm looking for. So let's go and throw these two in the trade finder. So it'll be Thibault, or it'll be Nasir Little, and then I said Eubanks in the trade finder. And let's see if we get like a really good backup guard to offer to us. Alec Burks and Martin for a second. That's not bad. Alec Burks should probably go down in overall, though. Richardson, kind of the same thing. Gary Harris, Reddish, we get him right back. KCP, if he didn't go down in overall, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope probably would have pulled the trigger on that. Kevon Looney. So the best one we had was probably getting Reddish back, but that's kind of weird if I just go back and trade for him. So which one do I want to do? Gary Harris? I mean, that's not really worth it, though. Richardson, also kind of fun. Let me go find another guard. I don't really like any of these offers. Let me see if there's a guard that I can find that I would actually like. I'm looking at Terrence Mann here, and he's kind of the guy I want. So I'm going to go ahead and offer Nasir Little and Keon Johnson for Terrence Mann to be my backup point guard here for the Portland Trailblazers. This would be 2 young pieces for Terrence Mann, and they do accept that. So now I have Terrence Mann as a backup guard, which I think is perfect. We do keep Eubanks, I guess, in this scenario, but that's all right. So boom, just like that. I think we've upgraded exactly what we need to do. We just got to the finals last year, so I would really expect nothing more than another finals appearance, or nothing less, I should say, than another finals appearance if things stay the same. Jeremy Grant is going down, Metu is going down, and they got Jabari Walker going up, which is nice. Terrence Mann, Wofford, and Jeff Howard's up to a 7-9 overall. He will probably start at the small forward for us this year, which I'm totally okay with, and Thibault will back him up off the bench. So overall, feeling pretty good about that offseason and the offseason previously. So that was kind of my all-in move from Embiid and then Mikal Bridges now as well. So if we can get this to where this team is going to go win a championship this year, that's what that's the ultimate goal here at this point. So really looking forward to potentially winning a championship this year. Power ranking is going to land us number 5. And here's your rotation. They still want to start Matisse Thybulle. I actually think it's because Chauncey prefers a defensive system. So I bet if we move this perimeter centric, we probably get Jeff Howard in the starting 5, which I think that's what I want to do. So let's go ahead and do just that. I'm going to move Billups to perimeter centric, and then that would put Jeff Howard in the starting 5. And he shot 40% from 3 last year, so he'd be like the perfect small forward to have out there. So really love our role players next to Embiid, Dame, and yeah, it should be really nice. So now you have Howard out there, which is what I want. Dame, Bridges, Howard, Grant, Embiid, Watford, Mann, Eubanks, Metu. Not bad. Matisse, Thibault. Eventually, I might shrink this down to a 9-man rotation and put Eubanks out of the rotation. But other than that, I really like where we're at. So hopefully this season, once again, can go very well. Had a great regular season. Can we repeat that and get back to the finals for a second time in a row? That'd be great. Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Xavier Booker wins Rookie of the Year. Alonzo, 6-man AD Defensive Player. And Gregory Jackson is your most improved. And Quinn Snyder is your Coach of the Year. LaMelo Ball, John Morant, Giannis, LeBron, Nikola Jokic, on be second team. Do we get no Joel Embiid this time? No Dame or Joel Embiid. Maybe we had a little bit of help, I guess. I'm not sure. We did get the second seed in the West. We go take a look at the player stats this year. We had 27 from Dame and then 27 from Embiid and then 14 from Jeremy Grant. 12 from Watford off the bench and then off the bench. I don't know what I just said. Mikal Bridges with 10, Terrence Mann with 9, and then 8 from Jeff Howard on 41% shooting from 3 on 6 attempts. Actually, that's field goals attempted on 4 attempts, so not too bad. All right. As far as I was going to look at something else, but I don't even remember what I was about to look at. So never mind. I guess we're not worried about it. So get the Los Angeles Lakers in round 1. This is what I want to do. Now I remember. I wanted to shrink this down to a 9-man rotation. I want to make sure we have our 9 best players playing. They do have Thibault Cole, but honestly, I don't think we can play this series without Thibault out there for his defense. So I really hope that, kind of fixes itself. But here, let's see if we can beat the Los Angeles Lakers. We were able to beat them last year, so I would assume they did get Sabonis, but they, lost Anthony Davis. So not really sure that made them better. Somebody current round against them, and we are going to beat them in 6. I was a little nervous about them coming back there, but we do beat them. And now I get the Oklahoma City Thunder, which we know they're pretty tough to beat. They have Scoot Henderson off the bench, Shea, Josh Giddey. Okay. Let's not lose to them, please. They're, of course, going to go up 2-0, and it is the Thunder. Can we even it up? Yes. No, we can't. And we're going to lose in 5, aren't we? Nope. Game 6 is going to be a big one. Of course, they want to give Eubanks the minutes. I guess. Whatever. I'll listen to 2K. Well, let's go 8-man rotation instead. That way we don't have 2 centers in our rotation. So, again, I would love to have Thibault out there, but 2K is not feeling him right now. So, Game 6 in Oklahoma City. I did not form these two together just to lose again. So, hopefully we can come out here and get back to the finals. It's going to be a tough series. Oklahoma City is only going to get better. So if we can beat them now, it's probably going to be best in the long run. We do beat them here in game 6. Joel Embiid 39-13. Damian Lillard, I don't know what you just did in that game 6, but we need you, man. Game 7, I need a 50 from you, Bo. All right. I was trying to say boy and then bro, but I said Bo. So yeah, let's ignore that. But game 7, can we come out here and get to the Western Conference Finals? Don't let me down now, 2K. We got the lead. Keep it. And we do blow them out in game 7. 32-16, 28 from Jeremy Grant, 22 from Damian Lillard. And now we get the Denver Nuggets. So Joel Embiid versus Jokic. What a series we have in front of us. Like I said, I think this is our best chance because Oklahoma City is only going to get better. So if we beat them now, I don't know if we're going to beat them next year. So hopefully we can just get past Denver here. We're up 1-0, 149-123, 27-19, but Joel Embiid 30-8. Up 2-0. Can we go up 3-0? No. 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. Can we beat them in 5? No, we can't. Can we beat them in 6? Yes, we can. We're back to the NBA Finals, and now we get to play the Atlanta Hawks. Respectfully, Atlanta is overpowered in the simulation. I'm not even sure why. It feels like they just got overpowered for no reason. Like, I get they have a lot of overalls across the board, which I guess Sadiq Bey maybe made them overpowered. Maybe that's why they do so good in the simulation now, because they have Sadiq Bey. Hopefully we don't lose them. Of course we're about to, though, aren't we? 2-0. Wow, bro. Come on. Let me even it up. All right. Can we win 3 straight? No. Okay. Game 6. This is going to be a big game 6 here, man. Game 6 is going to be big. They want to start Watford over Grant. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if I like that, but whatever. So game 6 in Portland. We force a game 7, and we're in position to win a championship with Dame and Joel Embiid. Blowing them out in the first quarter. Keep the foot on the pedal, please. Keep the foot on the pedal, and it's looking good. We're going to blow them out in this game 6. So game 7, going to come down to it all. Joel Embiid, 46-17, 33-11, 19 from Jeff Howard. Or is it Jet Howard? I don't know. Jeff Howard. So game 7 in Atlanta. We got to take them down, bro. We cannot lose to Atlanta. We did not come this far just to not get Dame a championship. And they're blowing us out, aren't they? They're blowing us out. Of course they are. 2K, I love you so much, man. I love 2K so much. Wow. Atlanta ain't on that. They aren't that good. I don't know why they're so overpowered in the simulation, but we lose to them in 7. Well, I guess we're going to run it back one more season. Jeff Howard's going to get better. I mean, these guys are only going to keep getting worse, though. That's the unfortunate part. But yeah, I think I'm just going to keep everything the same, and we run it back one more year and hope 2 finals appearances in a row, and we lose to Boston and now Atlanta. But I don't know if we get to the finals next year with Oklahoma City only getting better. So Gonna run it back one more year, I guess. We ran it back again this year, and this time we only got the second seed in the West. Well, that's what we got last year, actually, as well. So it's not really anything different, but same rotation. Jeff Howard only went up to an 81 overall, and of course, everyone else is just kind of getting worse. This roster is a little bit older, so we'll just kind of see how things go. Get the Houston Rockets in round 1, and they do have James Harden and Jalen Green, and they actually have a pretty good roster. Isaac Okoro, Matt off the bench, Kevin Porter Jr. Honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised here if we got eliminated in round 1, and that's how the video is about to end if we do, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay, and now we get the Oklahoma City Thunder, which I'm nervous for this one because we barely escaped them last year. I have a weird feeling we're not going to escape them this year. Semi-current round usually works better for me from going game by game, so semi-current round, and we are going to lose in 5. Kind of figured that'd be the case. I knew last year would be our best chance. Thunder and wow, the Celtics have Cade Cunningham, so wow, that's unfortunate, but the Celtics go on to win a championship, and with this roster only getting older, I don't think we're going to ever win. So even getting Joel Embiid on this roster did not work out today. Got to the finals 2 years in a row, lost to Boston, then Atlanta. How unfortunate. Hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Please, Portland, get Dame some help. I don't know if they're ever going to, though, because it seems like ever since Jody Allen took over, this team immediately went under the tax, and they are not going to go over ever, it seems like. So, yeah, don't know if we'll ever get Dame the proper help. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future, but pray for me as a Blazers fan. Thank you guys for watching. This Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.